It's time for baseball in the Bay Area as we welcome you to the O.Co Coliseum in Oakland. A Memorial Day get-together for you here at the ballpark between the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Henderson Alvarez is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the A's. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, take a look at that whip. Around 1.3, which is pretty much league average. So he's been very serviceable all year long.
Eduardo Nunez heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Minnesota, shortstop, number 9.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Reddick is there, and it's a first pitch out to start the ball game. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, Matt, we'll see if Miguel Sano can be the difference maker, as he often is. He is a big-time power threat and leads the American League in slugging percentage coming into this game. Well, that means he's more than just a long ball threat. He'll drive the ball in a line and pick up his fair share of extra base hits as well.
Alvarez has his sign. Here's the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Eric, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
And it hasn't been a real good start to the homestand for them either. They were swept in the just completed 3-game series, so they're definitely in a bit of a tailspin. Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Miguel Sano will dig in now. Currently 9th in the AL in hitting entering play.
Well, for me, that's just really impressive for a guy his age. It's always exciting to see young players blossoming into stars right before your eyes.
In there, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that'll just elude his outstretched glove for a base hit.
Yeah, the number 2 and 3 guys come through with back-to-back hits here with 1 out in the first. Now they've got something cooking, and they'll try to stake themselves to an early lead.
Oswaldo Arcia will come forward now as we give you a look at his home and away splits so far this year. First offering on its way. Seared down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Boy, what a great start to this series here in the first inning. On the road, you'd love to give your pitcher a little something to work with out there. And he's going to have a lead now before he even throws his first pitch.
Brian Dozier will take his first cuts now. Currently 2nd in the American League in home runs.
And near the top of the league in slugging. So that means he's doing a lot more than just hitting the ball out of the yard. He's also getting a lot of extra base hits.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
1-0 count. Here it is. Look out. 2-0 now.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
Runners are at first and third, one away. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
You need to be awfully careful here. Runners at the corners, that's bad enough. You do not want to load the bases here in the very first inning.
3-0 count. Here it comes. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Runners are at the corners with one man out. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Coughlin going back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And the runner from third crosses the plate.
And this early hot water he's in on the mound right there just went from hot to burning hot. Second run is in to score on the double. That makes it 2-0 here in the first. And with two more men in scoring position now, this has the possibility of really going south in a hurry.
Joe Mauer will stand in for the first time now, and he'll do so as the fourth leading hitter in the American League.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
Oof. That high fastball is definitely a pitch guys will pop up, and that's what he's looking for on the mound. So that's good restraint to hold back and not swing.
Runners are at second and third with one down. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. Around third and being waved on home. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. The run scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
And this latest double right here should be the one that finally chases this guy. I mean, he's pretty clearly not right out there. And I would be absolutely shocked if they don't come out and hook him right now.
Trevor Plouffe will dig in here, and he'll do so with the 8th best average in the American League entering play.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Boy, he has really taken a pounding out there. That is 6 hits he's given up in just this inning alone. And what are they waiting for, man? You've got to get this guy out of there.
Eddie Rosario will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the .330 mark to begin playing.
Well, he's been having a pretty good year, but he's been slumping just a little bit at the plate recently. We got to see if he's going to pick it up in this game.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that is through into center field, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. Now a 5-0 lead.
This is rapidly becoming no contest here in the very first inning. I mean, when you're at 5-0, you're right on the edge of this game getting away from you basically before it even starts. They've got to stop the bleeding here and not let any more runs across.
Kurt Suzuki will stand in for the first time now, currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
And I think it's just a little too early to get overly excited about this guy, but we all know he's very capable of keeping this up over the course of the season.
Here comes the first pitch. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
I'm pretty sure this is not what that man right there had in mind. He's watched this guy really struggle here in the first inning.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
And that's the pitch he needs to get working here in this first inning. He can solve a few problems here if that pitch comes around.
A pause and the 0-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Reddick giving chase. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. And he'll be tagged out as he got caught between third and home. And they'll put the tag on him between third and home. And I don't know what he's thinking, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Twins lead it 6-0. Kyle Gibson will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he got the ball club to win in his last outing, but he did only throw 6 innings. They'll take it, but they'd like to see him go a little deeper.
Billy Burns will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
In there at the knees, strike 1. Eric, these Twins as they take the field here this afternoon, they've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
This is in the air to left. Arcia is there. He's got it 1 away. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Steve, how do they go about ending this losing streak they're in the midst of?
Well, it certainly wasn't a good start. You're down by a ton after the first. So stay patient, chip away. You've got 9 innings to go.
Chris Coughlin will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Well, he hasn't played very well all season, and if you look at his last 10 games, he's only had 4 hits in those 10, so what's he doing to help?
And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Yeah, Joe has a little bit of a tough strike zone to figure out, guys. It's never too crazy in any one direction, but it's not always as consistent as some people would hope.
The windup and the 0-1. Looped out toward third, but a quick glove at third, and there are 2 gone. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, if you can say there is a defensive threat on this team, he's standing down there at first base. I say that because he's very good at keeping balls in front of him, helping his fellow infielders. Just a guy that's an asset every single game.
Chris Davis will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. Into the windup and the pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Kloof is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Eduardo Nunez will stand in to lead off the second. And what will they do for an encore after the first inning they put together?
Well, you know, Matt, they might not have to do anything at all. That's how good the first inning was.
Alvarez has his target. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard towards center. And a base hit here to open up the second.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Digging in the switch hitter, Danny Santana. He singled his last time up. Looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw now in the Oakland pen. First pitch of the at-bat. Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
And you want to put a big smile on the face of your starting pitcher? Give him a 6-run lead early on and see what you get. He's got to be loving this right now, and I got a feeling they're not done scoring runs for him yet.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout, and he'll signal to the bullpen. That's going to be it for Henderson Alvarez. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Kendall Graveman is going to come on now here in just the second inning, so he'll likely be asked to work a few innings here.
Kendall Graveman.
Miguel Sano will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. On the ground to short. This could be 2. Lowry on to first, and how about that? He comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play ball with 1 pitch. With a moment now, let's take a look now at how the A's will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, the defense is going to be very involved. This guy on the mound doesn't strike out a lot of hitters. Balls are put in play constantly, so the defense is going to be active.
Oswaldo Arcia stands in following an RBI single his first time through.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Twins are down on 4 pitches. They lead it 6-zip. Danny Valencia will stand in, and he was the entirety of their offense yesterday afternoon as he drove in both of their 2 runs.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. And with a big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Yeah, you know, sometimes as a hitter, when you get into that cycle of fouling off pitch after pitch and trying to protect, you just feel like you have to swing at everything you see. And here, he knows that out on the mound, so he just keeps going farther and farther away from the strike zone until he finally gets a swing and miss.
Mark Canha will stand in now as we take a look there at his splits between April and May. First pitch coming. Here it is. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. Bases are empty. One man out. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
This is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Standing in now, Stephen Vogt. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now. 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Bounce to first. Mauer's there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. A's are gone in order. They still find themselves down 6-0. Beautiful day here in the East Bay as we get a shot there of downtown Oakland, and the Bay set to go here in the third. Brian Dozier is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard up the middle, and that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning. So with the leadoff man on base, time to reach back into the feverish days of the 1980s, where video game baseball meant using your joystick to control 3 men on a black screen. It's today's version of this date in baseball history. At the plate, Joe Mauer. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today, and let's see if they can keep it going.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. Nobody out, runner on first. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. And he is in there.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. There's no denying he's been swinging one of the hottest bats on the club, if not the entire league. And He comes through again with his second hit of the ball game. This one for 2 bases.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in as he'll take a look at ball 1. And this catches the outside corner, strike 1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Dive, but it's off his glove, and the run should score. And to score is the runner from third. It's 7-0.
Gotta like your chances when you put up 7 runs early in a ball game. They are off to a hot start, no doubt about it.
Eddie Rosario stands in following an RBI single his first time through. He's set. Here it comes. And he pours this one in at the letters. 0-1. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Runners are at first and third with none out. On the ground up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And the run is in to score from third. It's 8-0.
And now that's already 8 runs they've pushed across the plate here in the first few innings. And I don't know what's gotten into these guys, but they've definitely had the bats working so far.
Kurt Suzuki steps in now. Hit hard towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
The batter, number 9.
And with our season just about 1/3 of the way through, here's a look at the upcoming schedule into the first week of June. Eduardo Nunez will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. From the stretch. Hard liner toward short. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. No errors, and 1 man left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Twins 8 and the A's nothing. Josh Reddick will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Gibson steps into his windup. Here comes the first pitch. Low for ball 1.
And I think that might have been a first. The first ball they've taken the entire game. Sound the trumpets.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. And another foul ball. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Shoots this one to first. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cage, taking some of the movement out of his swing. Much more compact now, and he's seeing some definite results.
Jed Lowry will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Stepping in, Marcus Semien, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. First and second here with nobody out. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And that is down for extra bases as this will get one home and maybe two. The runner from second scores as they inch a bit closer. And they'll get a little closer here as the run comes across to score from first. It's now an 8-2 game.
Bottom of the lineup, making some noise here. You get 2 on to start the inning. Not anymore. They both come in to score, and that's going to wind up as a 2-run double.
Stepping in now, Billy Burns. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Chopped foul right at home plate. No one out with a runner at second. Here it comes on 0-2. Bat explodes as this has popped up. Kluth bare hands it. It's there, and he's out.
Wow, made it look easy. Well, yeah, that one's going to sting a little bit. This pitch is coming hard in on him, and you can see he's way late getting that barrel through. So as it turns out, he's going to get more distance on the barrel of that bat than he does on the baseball.
Into the box, Chris Coghlan. Tap foul at home plate. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And the run is in to score from second. That makes it an 8-3 ball game.
The left fielder, number 2, Chris Davis.
Chris Davis is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. The 0-1. Swing and a little blooper to center. Santana coming on. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
In now, Danny Valencia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
First pitch on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
The 0-2 delivery. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Twins 8 and the A's 3. Danny Santana is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Lifted into the air to shallow center. In there, a base hit.
Man, these guys have been aggressive here early in the count. And some people think, oh, you might want to take a pitch to start in that bat. And sometimes that's great, and it works out for a lot of people. But what you should be thinking is, I got to swing at strikes, and I got to get my pitch. And if it happens to come on the first pitch, let it rip.
Here's Miguel Sano. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
This 4th inning's not starting out any better than the 3rd did.
Here it comes, 1-0. And that's in there, base hit.
Now after the big inning your ball club just put together, you can't let them respond with a big inning of their own. But here they are with 2 on now and trying to answer right back.
Oswaldo Arcia will stand in. He's singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. He's set, and the pitch. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
That's just another cut fastball, trying to work that thing back to the outside corner. But he's not getting that call right now, nor is he getting guys to chase it.
That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Home run number 5 on the year as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Here's Brian Dozier now.
Second baseman, Brian Dozier.
As he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Davis is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out.
I'll tell you, if this is in off the plate just a little bit further, this thing might end up in the cheap seats in left field. But instead, it just gets to the outer half. He still gets pretty good wood on the ball, but he winds up pulling it right at someone.
So here's Joe Mauer. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Now the 0-1. To short, hit hard. Throw to first is in time as Mauer becomes out number 2.
Third baseman, number 24, Trevor Plouffe.
Trevor Plouffe will step in now. He's singled twice to this point.
Yeah, he's just been putting the ball in play, and so far it's working out nicely for him. Sometimes it is that simple.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Hit hard to short. Simeon's there. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Twins are out in front, 11-3. Mark Canha is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Gibson gets the sign. First pitch on the way. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike one.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. On the ground to third. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Up next for Oakland.
And these two teams right back at it tomorrow night. We'll have coverage of game 2 of the series in high definition on the show as you get a look there at the 2 starters scheduled to oppose one another. Striding into the box, Stephen Vogt. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Swung on and missed on a pitch at the thumbs. A ball and a strike.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
And he takes a called strike 2.
Yeah, it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
And here's a guy that needed a quick inning after giving up 3 runs the last time around. He's got the first 2 outs here. He's looking a lot more determined out there now.
Now to the plate, Josh Reddick. He reached on a single in his first try. First delivery to him on the way. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Hot shot on the ground is short. Nunez on the grass. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. 1-2-3 go the A's. And it's not going to help them. It's 11-3. Eddie Rosario heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. This is flared right back over the mound. And this is going to get on through into center. A leadoff hit.
And you can tell when these guys have gone up to the plate, they've had a plan. You know, they're just not wildly swinging, hoping for things to work out. They've been looking for specific pitches in specific locations. The advanced scouts, they've earned their pay in this one.
Kurt Suzuki steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. From the stretch. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
That's inside. 2-0.
And another good hitter's count to work with here. They've been able to sit back and just really tee off on him.
Nobody out, runner on first. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Called strike on the sinker. 2-2 now. To short, hit hard. Lowry on to first, a double play.
Now batting, shortstop, Eduardo Nunez.
Liam Hendricks is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here. Eduardo Nunez gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. In the air out toward right field. Reddick coasts under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Twins retired in short order. They're still in command, however. It's 11-3. Digging in to try it again, Jed Lowry, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat, hitting left-handed.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Gibson's ready. Here it is on 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. That misses 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Mauer is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Here's a spot where he's probably looking for something hard again, but instead they change up on him, get him out in front a little, and all he can do is pop it straight up.
Marcus Semien will try to pick up where he left off. He doubled home a couple his first time around.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Three runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Not too happy about that decision down there at first base. We're going to check it out again here on show motion. Boy, that is a tight call. You know, one way or another, someone wasn't going to be happy about that.
Into the box now, Billy Burns. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned the corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Chris Coghlan steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around. From the belt, kicks and deals.
1-0.
Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. chop foul right at home plate at strike one. Drilled right back up the middle. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Chris Davis digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Ready on 1-2. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
That's a good idea, 1-2 right there, just to see if he'd chase. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the risk of loading the bases for the cleanup guy.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Sano sprinting after it. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 5 innings complete. The Twins are in front, 11-3. Danny Santana will stand in now to lead things off in the Minnesota 6th.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
Hit hard on the ground to second. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Right fielder, Miguel Sano.
Miguel Sano ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Pause, now the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's in there for a base hit, his 3rd hit of the game.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his 3rd hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
Oswaldo Arcia will stride in again as first we flash you back to his at-bat in the 4th inning, and what a big one it was. A 3-run home run that was certainly one of the big blows in the ballgame to this point. From the belt, the pitch, and a bouncing ball, foul. set to deliver the 0-1. This is pulled into right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Here's Brian Dozier now, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. The runner from second crosses the plate.
First baseman number 7,
Joe Mauer strides in, grounded out his last time through.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Comes set, now the pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
Oh man, if you're a pitching coach, you might want to update your resume after this performance. His guys have been brutal.
Runners are at first and second with one away. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Hit hard up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Got himself another multi-hit ball game here.
Trevor Plouffe will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. He's set, now the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Canna is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
And now that would have fallen under the infield fly rule if it was a fair ball. No matter, he goes over to make the catch here in foul territory.
Standing in now, Eddie Rosario. Rips this one to first. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. One run is scored. And not in time as the second run scores.
And this offensive explosion continues. They're now up to 14 runs in the game. EK, you can't even count that high. And I think defensively, you got to be saying right now, what do we got to do to get these guys out?
Kurt Suzuki stands in. The 8th man to bat in the inning as he'll get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out.
Oh, this has been a very nice inning for them so far, but it still could get better.
He waits, now the pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. Simeon's got it, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Twins lead it 14-3. Danny Valencia will stand in to start things for Oakland in their half of the 6th.
Well, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Gibson looks in. First pitch on its way. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
That evens it up, 1-1. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Dozier ranging into shallow right, and that's the first out of the inning.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Mark Canha will dig in for the third time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. And the pitch. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. On the ground to the left side. Throw gets him, 2 down.
And after a hot start, the bats have pretty much gone missing here in the middle innings. He sort of reinvented himself out there and has really turned things around.
Stephen Vogt will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fly ball out to straightaway left. Garcia has it in his tracks. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We're through 6 full. Twins are out in front, 14-3. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Fernando Rodriguez will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Eduardo Nunez will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Out for the Twins, shortstop, Eduardo Nunez.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 0-1 delivery. Hit hard back up the middle. And this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Danny Santana. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. He's set. Now the pitch. Right there for strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Davis has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, Miguel Sano.
At the plate, Miguel Sano. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. And this is low, ball 1. Runner at first here, one man out. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. And this is on the ground for Valencia. Could be two. On to first, and they turn another one. Their fourth of the afternoon, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. We're back to the Coliseum right after this. Josh Reddick will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
And a strike called at the knees. 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
It just overmatched him there. It's a 1-2 fastball. This is right by him. Absolutely no contest.
Here's Jed Lowry now. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Played on the backhand. Throw gets him. 2 down.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He doesn't really have a chance to set himself up, so this is all arm, but he makes it look routine.
Stepping in now, Marcus Semien. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
Hard to believe he'd let that one go. That was right on a platter for him.
2 out, nobody on. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. A's are gone in order, and they remain well behind. Oswaldo Arcia comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
31, Oswaldo Arcia.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Vogt has a play and taken in out there for the first out. And a look there at the starter comparison, telling the story of the ball game. One guy still going and pitching well. The other one long since departed for the showers. Ready for another chance? Brian Dozier. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Brian Dozier.
Now the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. One out, nobody on. Outside, 2-1. Driven nicely into the gap. Heading for second is Dozier. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
Well, no question he's a much better hitter against left-handed pitching. And this year, he's hitting over 400 against lefties. And this is just a great swing as he pulls into second with a double.
So here's Joe Mauer as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Oh, and he botches it. Around third and being waved on home. And the runner from second is in to score. And he is out trying for 2 bases, but credit him with a single and an RBI here. Trevor Plouffe will go bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time.
Well, at least he was able to make contact, and that's better than most of his teammates can say up to this point. They've been whiffing left and right.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0.
I think he's letting this situation get the better of him out there. But you have to have a short memory if you're a relief pitcher. You can't dwell on what just happened.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, he got his 2-0 fastball, but it wasn't in that one place, one spot that we always talk about. So that was a good idea to let that one go and wait for something else.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts. And let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots, but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
Into the box, Eddie Rosario, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball, and that's causing it to stay high.
A runner on first with 2 away. Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by Lowry. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Twins are in front, 15-3. Billy Burns digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Brandon Kinsler will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Brandon Kinsler.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. A chance here at least for this guy to get some work in what should be a fairly low-stress appearance.
Yeah, but it seems like these outings are where you relax a little bit too much, you give up 3 runs, and then watch your ERA climb by another point. They'll need to guard against that.
And he's retired here, 1 away.
Center fielder number 11, Chris Coughlin.
Chris Coughlin digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Hit out towards second. Dozier fields it cleanly. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Chris Davis.
Chris Davis will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Pitch on the way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. And as you can see, they are way behind. Ryan Madson will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Ryan Madson.
Striding in once again, Kurt Suzuki. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Catcher, Kurt Suzuki.
Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1.
And it's worth pointing out that they're burning through that bullpen here in game 1 of this series. That could have an effect on the rest of this week.
And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. Foul. And now one taken by Suzuki as he draws it even at 2-2.
Yeah, 2 straight fastballs in on the hands. They haven't produced a strikeout. So now 2-2. You've got a few options here.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Coghlan is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Eduardo Nunez.
Eduardo Nunez steps in looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game.
Well, anytime you can put together a 3-hit game, you're doing something right out there, and we'll see if he can pull it off.
Now the pitch. And he'll start in with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. The 0-2 home. Hard hit to the left side, but taken in out there at short, as he'll hang on here to record the 2nd out.
Well, that's a nice swing right there on a 2-strike count. And he hit that ball right on the nose, but he's just a little bit unlucky, I guess, as he hits it right to someone.
In now, Danny Santana, as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Miguel Sano comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Well, 2 outs here, so not going to happen again at least.
Hit hard to short, and that is just a hair out of reach, a base hit. And now he has some trouble with it in center.
Now batting.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Here's Oswaldo Arcia. Fly ball heading for the alley. Coghlan on the move, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second, and the run will score all the way from first.
You talk about a guy putting a team on his back. He drives home 2 more runs here, and that'll make this a 6 RBI day. It seems like the more runners on base, the better he gets.
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Brian Dozier. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. High and deep to right center field. Coghlan ranging back to the track. And this one is gone. A home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, as this lead got even wider.
Sometimes These pitchers, they let their egos get the better of them. Here, instead of working the corners, maybe using something with a little more movement, gives him a straight challenge. Winds up costing him.
First baseman number 7.
So here's Joe Mauer as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to left center. Moving under it, Coughlin. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they score 4 times on 4 hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll head now to the bottom of the 9th. Minnesota leads this one 19-3. Danny Valencia will lead things off here in the 9th in what's been a truly forgettable ball game for this home 9, and not a very inspiring performance either.
And I guess the kicker for me is the way that these guys are responding. It's one thing to go out and get clobbered. It happens, but when you get guys going through the motions, not running out ground balls, not backing up, that's where I take issue.
Here's the pitch. First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
And that's exactly where you want to put that thing. Start it right down the middle and trust that its action will cause it to drop.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. Sano on the move, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Hot shot on the ground is short. Nunez is up with it, and a good throw gets him one gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Mark Canha.
Mark Canha stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
The 0-1 pitch. Towards second. On to first, and now the A's are down to their final out.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat, maybe even a half heartbeat considering how fast his heart is beating right now. But he's on it all the way, and he winds up making the play.
Stephen Vogt will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Now here's the pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. 2 out, nobody on. And that's cut on and missed. So now the A's are down to their final strike of the ball game.
Oh, You like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first here is going to do it, and the Twins have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
Another good win for these guys, and they're playing some confident baseball out there right now. That's their 4th win in a row, so they've got things firing on all cylinders.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was definitely a big part of this victory. You see there, 4 RBIs for him in the ball game. He came through when they needed him to, and he was instrumental in the win.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Twins are victorious in this one, 19-3. So long from Oaktown.